Hey guys, it's Chris from Holy Moly Recycling, and today we're talking about ceiling fan motors and how to get the copper out. These are the motors that you get, and inside is all copper. Now there's no good way to remove them. It is time consuming and tedious, but at the end you have a clean piece of steel and over half a pound of copper. It depends on the motor size. So what we're going to do is I'll show you the best way to get this out. I put it in the vise just to hold it. You can do it on a work surface, you don't have to have a vise. And I pry these up just so I can get my tin snips, my aviation snips, underneath it, because the key here is to make sure that you clip through all the copper wire. So we'll just pry all of these up. Like I said, it is time consuming, it is annoying. Now your scrapyard will buy these fully assembled as an electric motor for about 8 to 10 cents a pound. So, you know, if you don't want to take the time to pull out the number 2 copper, you can just sell the motor as is. You'll get less money, but time is money, so it's really up to you and what you do. And I suggest doing these in batches instead of just one, so that way you're not just wasting your time, you can make a little cash doing this. So we'll just do the outer rim for right now, because this is kind of a big one. So once these are all kind of pried up, I'm just using a flathead screwdriver. You want to take some sort of cutting device. I'm using aviation nips. Get in there and make sure you cut all the way through. That's the key to easy removal. Making sure it's a clean cut. You know, if you got to go back and recut it, no big deal. But the key here is clean cuts all the way through. Now I have it in the vise on the bearing so it does spin. That's just so you guys can see what I'm doing. You can do this on just the work surface with no vise, that's fine. You know, take both hands to work it. But now that they're all cut, at least the outer rim is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over and pull from the opposite side. I can get this in here. Now you can use a screwdriver to do it, you can use Kleins, you can use whatever you want, but it should just pop out easy like that. And we'll just barrel it up. Whoop, got away from me. They tend to go flying. So we'll just pry them right out. Now they come out pretty easy as long as you cut all the way through. That's kind of the key to this, is you want to make sure that you're cutting through all the wire. And it's quite a bit. If you see, it's pretty thick. So you want to make sure you cut all the way through. And within a couple of minutes, you should be able to have all your copper wire out. Now I'm just doing the outer rim right now just to show you, keep the video short, how easy it is to get this copper wire out. Now this is number 2 copper right now. This is going for about $1.82 a pound at my scrap yard. So the motor itself weighs a couple of pounds. If you were just to do the motor, you get 8 to 10 cents a piece, you know, per pound for it. You get about 16, 20 cents. So it is worth it if you have the time to break it apart. Go ahead and collect the copper. And when it's all clean, like this one here, just go ahead and throw it in your steel pile for some added weight. And unfortunately, that is the best method for breaking out the copper.